It's important that you have an overview of what a WordPress theme is and how all the elements of it fit together. So let's take a look at that. A theme, remember, is a self-contained set of files that's going to tell WordPress how to build the website, what it's going to look like. They're contained here in the WP content folder. If we go in there, we then see the themes folder, and then each theme is contained within its own folder. Now, what's fascinating about WordPress is the way it's built, you really only require 2 files to make up a WordPress theme. And really what we're doing here is breaking down the 2 essences of a theme, namely the controlling of the design and the controlling of the functionality. So there's your style sheet controlling the look of it. Index.php, that would help with the layout, but most importantly, the functionality of the site. That's all you need. Now, the problem is, of course, an index.php file for any site that's more than just a couple of pages would be so unwieldy, it would be so complex, it would be very, very hard to work with. So what WordPress has done is it's created what's called a template hierarchy. There's a series of files you can create in a theme, and WordPress will look for them. If it doesn't find them, it'll go to the index.php file. I'll talk more about the template hierarchy in another video, but for the moment, let's look at a more complex kind of WordPress theme. And this is kind of a basics that you would need for any kind of site more than a few pages, as I say. So there's our style.css that we saw. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break down the layout of the theme. We've got our header, our footer, a sidebar, and then for the comments area, we would have a separate file for that, for styling it and laying it out. Then within our content area, we want to control different types of content. We'll say for every page, remember WordPress has posts and pages, for every page we're going to style it and lay it out this way. For every post, individual post, we're going to have a file controlling that called single.php. And then for groups of posts, could be categories, tags for different posts, they're going to be controlled by something called archive. Now there are further template files beyond these, of course, and I'll talk more about those as we go along, but these are the most basic ones that you would want in a theme. Then there's the functions.php file. This is an extremely important and powerful file. In effect, it's really a plugin or a series of plugins, depending what you've got in there. And it interacts with WordPress and it can add and remove functions. Very, very powerful process in there. Then there's the image folder. All the images required for the look of the site. That's what you want to keep in there. Not content images. Those go in the database through WordPress, but here we're controlling the look of the site. So anything that belongs with the design goes in here. And then very likely you would have a JavaScript folder as well for particular JavaScript functions that you need for the site. So that's a basic overview of a WordPress theme and the kinds of files that you're going to want inside of one.